Berta.
Lord, I'm trying to turn this
Oh,
off.
mussy. And you. Yeah, you're right. Hey, you're texting you. Wow.
So you guys know that I made a tweet and I was just congratulating you guys on your success. I'm so proud of you. You know.
So you mean tell me you did a tweet
Tweet.
about the 7 houses, the rental properties?
Yes.
This show's over with. Cut.
Come on.
All
right, let's do this,
and
let's
the
do
S gonna be watching.
And I'm gonna show you how many. I'm gonna show you how many retweets and favorites it's gotten. I know you guys don't do social media like that.
The funky Homo sapien. G, the funky Homo sapien.
Homo
Homo sapien. Homo sapien.
Okay.
He said that's amazing, but the real question is, who's getting the best home?
So tell everybody your name and a little bit about what you do.
I'm Benjamin, and I'm a longshoreman.
How long have you been a longshoreman?
Since 1987, so what, 30-something years?
Okay.
Give or take.
All right.
Stop counting.
And can you tell us a little bit about the business that you run?
Oh yes, I have a soaping business that I run. It's called Sensational Soaps, and my name is Alberta.
So a lot of people want to know, what are your goals for your family?
We wanted to accumulate enough rental property to, when we pass, we could pass on at least one house that's generating income for each one of our children.
And how many children do you have?
We have 8.
8 children.
When did the two of you start buying rental properties?
Well, tell you like this.
Let's go back.
And I'm gonna be honest with you now.
Go back to the
Okay,
beginning.
and this ain't for the people out there, right? This is for you guys to know exactly what happened. Back in 2006,
Yeah.
we was in bankruptcy and foreclosure. Right? At the same time.
At the same time. Wow.
Right? At the same time. And you know, things fell apart pretty much financially, right? Because it took a few years for us to get our credit together and everything. So we decided to buy the dream home after we got ourselves together, and we decided to keep the house that we was about to lose and rent it out.
By the way, you do not have to give up one to get another. You can keep both of it.
Can you guys explain the process, you know, like how you started and...
Basically, the process is like this, right? You got your primary house, right? You know, just suppose you've been in your primary house 10 years, okay, and you got $100,000 worth of equity, okay? What we did, I'm not saying that that's what everybody else should do, but what we did, we borrowed our own equity that we had in our house, right? And we took the equity and we bought a house for, first one was like $47,000. Right? We put about $10,000 in it, right? And when you finish it and you get it moving ready and you do all the work that you got to do, let's say, for example, a $47,000 house would actually, the value would go back up to moving ready. So let's say $140,000, right? So now, what you spent $60,000 to renovate, now you got X amount of dollars equity, okay? And then you rent that house out, and then the person that's renting the house will help pay the mortgage.
Pay for that.
Pay the mortgage, and then what you do is once you pull enough equity in that property, then you just do it again. You go ahead and refinance that, and then you go and look for another piece of property. So that's kind of like what we were doing, and how we've been being successful on it. Yeah.
And then from there, you just keep investing.
Yeah, because for example, I mean, let's say if you got 10 years in a house, you got a 30-year mortgage, right? That means that $100,000 equity that you have in the house, the bank is actually holding that.
And
right?
using it.
And using it and loaning it out to people in the bank is making money, so why not borrow your own equity,
Exactly.
buy a property, and then the property that you renting help pay back the refinance or the mortgage that you do have when you pull out that equity. The reason why we was able to accumulate these houses is because we put sweat equity into it. You know what I mean? For someone that's want to buy it and have someone else fix it up for them, you know, they're gonna need a lot more money. Us, we put time into it. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, she
Everything.
in the attic, climbing under the house.
Yeah.
You know, we painting. Sometimes we get the kids, y'all kids that come out and help. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, it's a lot of sweat equity.
Yeah, it's not like we got the money and we hired people to do the work. No, every house that we had, we did all the work.
How do you plan to protect your investments? Are there any type of policies or trusts that you plan to put in place?
We're looking into a LLC, you know, or even putting it into a trust. See, we fumbled back in 2006, right? We was in foreclosure, we was bankrupt, right? So God inspired us to help other people, and see, that's how we get our blessings. So really, I'm kind of, hopefully somebody would say, you know what? These guys did it, we can do it.
We can do it. And let me tell you something. We'll never forget. That's why we continue to keep being blessed. Because in 2006, we was one day. Remember that?
Yeah.
The day before, we had to turn over our keys. God turned it around.
Y'all didn't know that. We told
Y'all didn't know that.
We told y'all we was going to the pool.
To keep the kids happy, we'd have them playing.
Y'all want to go to the pool and swim? Because we was going to live at the
All
pool.
day?
I said, Mom and Daddy, we've been in the pool for 2 weeks now.
Boy,
We was actually, you're right.
yeah.
We supposed to been turning in the keys to the house.
And God stopped it.
And we prayed, and then somebody from the foreclosure court wrote us a letter or called us and say, all right, listen, can you do this?
And can you come up with this?
Yeah. And we was like,
whoa.
so we was like, hell yeah, yard sale. If you want to get started in rental property and you do own a house, right? And your house is your bank account, and you just need to learn how to use it as a investment tool as well as a place to live.
So I think that the biggest takeaway that I want everyone to understand and have from this, that you guys aren't like multi-millionaires, you know. I want everyone to know that these goals are attainable.
So as far as expanding, we don't necessarily know if we're going to expand or whatnot. We want to try to reach that goal. But,
just trying to reach the 8 goal, you know, like we had.
And that's gigantic.
That's gigantic. That's good enough.
That's big.